Welcome to the solutions video for IXL's Skill 10 I1, Interpret Bar Graphs, Line Graphs, and Histograms. So again, we will click through. If we are not logged in, it will prompt us to log in. If we are not logged in, I cannot see the results and cannot give you credit for the homework. So always, always, always make sure that you are logged in. So the counselor's office at Rockport Secondary School tracked the number of students in each class. So how many students does Mr. Paolo have in third period? Third period is blue. Mr. Paolo is here. So he's got 35 students. The Sports Network displayed the number of Olympic medals won by certain countries over time. Which country won more medals in 1984, Britain or Romania? Well, 1984 is the blue. That's Romania. At Gloucester Consulting, the head of human resources examined how the number of employees with healthcare benefits varied in response to policy changes. In which year did the fewest employees have healthcare benefits? That's the lowest part of the graph. So that's 2013. A boutique owner labeled prices on several types of jewelry. Which style of jewelry set costs the least? So, is it necklaces or anklets? In each case, oh, sorry, it's not that, it's the topaz, silver, gold, or diamond. So, which style of jewelry set? So I would say that this is, if anything, a little, this is ambiguous because it is silver for the necklaces, but it is diamond for the anklets. I would say on average, it would be diamond, because diamond on average would be about 67.5, whereas silver would be up here, gold would be up here, and topaz. So it looks like diamond. Now the sports team at Lowell Middle School are raising money for new sports equipment. So the soccer team is in green, the track team is in blue. How much total money did the soccer team and track team raise during May? So that's 70 plus 100. That's 170. So how much longer does a parrot live than a donkey? We have to be careful. This zigzag says that we've cut some of the axis to show the zero. That's common in bar graphs. It is less common in line graphs and histogram. It's not actually necessary. But a donkey lives 50 years, a parrot lives 80. That's a 30-year difference. So how many cities are there in all? If the advertising agency counted the number of billboards in each city in the state. So the number of cities that have billboards in the 0 to 4 range is 10. 5 to 9, there's 30. That's 40 total. We're up to 90. And then we add 2 more 90s up here. So we're up to 270 cities total. An economist tracked the amount of per capita aid sent from the US to various countries during the 1900s. How much aid did Afghanistan receive per capita in 1975? So that's our green one. So per capita, that's $5. All right, Sarah was kept in charge of keeping attendance for a local summer camp each year. How many kids attended in 2020? That would be 450 kids. Newport University hosts an academic conference every year and records the attendance. How many attended the conference in 2010, or specifically how many students? That's our darker bluish line, bluish green. So in 2010, that is 1,000. So in hopes of raising more funds for arts education, some parents at the Peterborough School District publicized the current per-student arts education budget. Which year has the lowest per-student budget? That would be 2018. As part of a literacy program, the administration of Rexdale Secondary School recorded the total number of books read by students each year. Did they read more books in 2018 or 17? Well, which is the higher point? 2017 is at 1,000. 2018 is at 500. So 2017 they read twice as many books. Now the drama teacher monitored the number of people who attended the school's spring musical each year. How many more people attended in 2019 than in 2018? 2019 we had 500, 2018 we had 100. It's a miserable year. Must have been a bad musical. Now Ms. Stevenson reported her students' scores on the most recent quiz. Are there fewer students who scored 21 to 30 or 61 to 70? Well, there's 9 students who scored 21 to 30 and only 2 who scored in the 61 to 70. $70 seems like a lot of points for a quiz, but anyway. Bernie's Diner tracks its soft drink sales. How many more lemonades were ordered during June than during October? So that's lemonades are the red line. In June there were 9,000. In October there were 8,000. It's a 1,000 difference. The students at Howard Middle School are raising money for a new auditorium. How much money did the 8th graders raise in June? So that's our green line. In June, that's 7,000. A geography class recorded the length of each country's land boundaries. Which has longer land boundaries, Sweden or Honduras? Well, Sweden has a 2,000 kilometer boundary. Honduras has 1,500. So that is Sweden. And here we've got students raising money for medical research. How much did Charlie raise? Charlie raised 7,000. Now, notice it looks like Charlie raised over twice as much as Paula, but he did not. 7,000 versus 5,500, they're not as different as this looks proportionally. It's because of that zigzag chop to still show 0 on the graph. If this went to 0 without compressing, we would see that these ends are much closer together. The staff of a game show tracked the performance of all the contestants during the past season. How many people were on the game show? Again, we're adding up our Y values. 25 and 30 is 55, plus 15 gets us to 70, plus 20 gets us to 90, 30 gets us to 120, and then another 25 is 145. Now, the librarian at the public library counted the number of books on each shelf. How many shelves have between 10 and 19 books? Apparently 2. We find the 10 to 19 column and read off the left-hand side. A geography student recorded how many square miles of water there are in different states. How many total square miles are there in Michigan and Washington? So that's 40,000 plus 5,000 is 45,000. The inventory system in an electronics store generates reports on the sales of various items. During July, how much more money was made from selling home stereos than car stereos? So home stereos are blue. In July, that was 500,000. And car stereos were 100,000. So that's 400,000. The employees of Dirk's Construction monitored the number of cracked window panes in each shipment they received. So are there fewer shipments that had 0 to 19, which is 45, or shipments that had 60 to 79, which is 10? Well, 60 to 79 had the fewer. All right, and finally, while considering which city to move to, at least hopefully finally, if we don't make a mistake, Grayson decided to look at the trends in housing costs. In 2005, that's our blue section according to the legend, How much higher was the median home price in San Jose, 700,000, than in San Diego, 600,000? That's a $100,000 difference. So we have mastered that skill. Oh, and we have earned that gold medal.